You bring something to the table every day. You have good qualities, good characteristics. You have strength that you bring to the table. And I'm here to ask you today, do you know what those things are? Like, do you really know who you are? So often we sit and we stare at the bad things in our life. We look at the ways we've been manipulative, sneaky, fill in the blank with the bad characteristics that you know you exercise. And those are generally the only things we ever look at, the only things we ever stare at. And then when we're ready to turn a new leaf, turn a new page, when we're ready to start afresh, we say, well, I don't have anything good about me. There's no good in me. Is that true? I mean, sometimes the best characteristics in your life are the things that you're using for the bad purposes. If you are a super manipulative person, that shows your ability to communicate and to get people to see your perspective and your perception. And those things can be used for good. If you're a person who has in the past calculated the perfect strategies to deceive the people around you, if you use that for good, what marketing strategies, what business strategies, what things could you bring to the table with that same planning mind? So often we think we bring nothing to the table, but it's because we've never really looked in depth at ourselves. Now think of some of the bad qualities. Look, man, I battled with alcoholism and drug abuse. I don't talk about it much. You know, there was a period in my life where I couldn't go to work without being high. Then I got high at lunchtime. Sometimes if I was really stressed out, I was drinking. Look, I've struggled with stuff. And let me tell you something. When I was drinking, I wanted to try every type of beer, every type of whiskey, every type of liquor. I wanted to know what I liked and what I didn't like, what was for me and what wasn't for me. When it was time for me to change my life, I realized that when I was learning coping skills or learning spiritual strategies, or when I was getting to know God, I had to try to pray different types of ways. I had to read my Bible and listen to my Bible and try different editions of the Bible and go to different churches and figure out what was for me. I put in the time, and I'm still putting in the time. You know why? Because my happiness is worth it. My joy, my peace, my perspective being positive is worth it. So I am making an investment in myself the same way I made an investment in the party before, the way that I made an investment of knowing how many types of bud there were. Are you willing to make an investment in you? And the truth is that most of you aren't. Most of you would rather beat yourself up, beat yourself down, and then cast yourself aside. Instead of saying, you know what would happen if I invested half the time I invested in beating myself up into building myself up? You are worth building, block by block, step by step. You got to start somewhere. All you can do is live today. Today is the day you've been promised. Look at around the world, how many people are passing away from a virus. Do you not see that your negativity is affecting you and killing you as much as that virus is killing some people? Some of you haven't lived a day for years. Some of you have been walking around dead on the inside, day after day, moment after moment. You don't enjoy your parents, you don't enjoy your kids, you don't enjoy your job, you don't enjoy anything. You're just dead on the inside. What's the difference? I'm telling you that if you're going to get this life as a gift, if today you're still here, you're still alive, you're still breathing, this is something you need to take advantage of today. This is a day for you to try to gain a new perspective on the gift. The gift of breath, the gift of a beating heart, the gift of having gifts. What is it you're being called to in your life? What is it that you're capable of if you just would focus on some positivity? I'm here to tell you that you are worth that change. You are worth that investment. You are worth that time. And when I started to learn for myself that I was worth that time, my life started to change. And I'm just like you. I need a reminder some days. I have bad days and good days, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm worth the investment every time I do the investment. I'm worth uncovering and unpackaging what it is that's holding me back. I'm worth growing, I'm worth learning lessons. And so are you. So that's my message today. Just take advantage of today to get to know yourself just a little bit better, to figure out who you were born to be, what God planted on the inside of you. You need to explore it. Don't waste this precious gift. If you're in quarantine today, if you can't leave your house today, you got nothing but time. What are you spending your time on? Don't just invest your time in everybody else's dream. Invest some of your time in learning your identity. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you got something out of this message. I love y'all. Have a beautiful Tuesday. My name is Maurice F. Martin, and this has been another episode of Today's Inspiration.